Okay, now we're going to go over emitters. This is the emitter button. And now when you create an emitter, you'll see this little square. And if I hit play, you'll see these little dashed lines come out of it. Now I can rotate this and pause, rewind. Now the particles come out a different direction, so that can be changed. Now, there's a lot of things you can do to the emitter. I'll just get out some. We've got attractor, deflector. We'll get rid of that. First, we'll cover the attractor. Move this out of the way. Now, under the emitter, we've got birth rate editor, birth rate renderer. Now, what those differences? We're currently in editor mode, and then you hit Command R, and that's how many there are in the final product. Visibility, that's pretty obvious. Start emission and end emission. It says 0F to 150F. I have 300 frames, so if I go to 150, you'll notice no more particles are coming out of it. Seed, lifetime, that's how many frames each particle is for, and then variation, if you want like some to like last 1 second and some to last 100 seconds, you'd do that. Then same for speed, rotation, and end scale. Now we'll cover show objects. Create a sphere. Now if we drop this sphere onto our emitter, and then under our emitter we hit show objects, you'll notice the sphere's disappeared. Now when I hit play, instead of having those little white lines, it's spitting out spheres. Now these spheres are a bit big and they start to overlap, and that doesn't look very good, but that can be used for some effects, and I'll show you some effects with that later. Now let's cover effectors. Okay. So what effect this has. Now you'll notice it's a solid stream, and then when they get into that, it attracts them and it makes them flick around funny. We'll create a deflector. Now, a deflector is the same. It's a little square. It can be adjusted. Now, you'll notice they're hitting it and then they're bouncing off and going in the exact opposite direction. So, we'll rotate that some so they bounce out differently. There we go. See, now those spheres are going off in this direction now. Okay, destructor, that's obvious. Friction means they like rub together and stuff. Gravity makes just things fall down. Rotation, obvious. Turbulence makes them go off in different directions. Now wind. Wind is a useful one. So if we move this to here. It's like 100, so it's obvious effect. Now you'll notice they like moving at a decent speed, and then when they get into the wind, boom, they shoot off because it's like wind; they're being blown away. Now that covers all these. There's a few more things you can change in this, like basics, coordinates, emitter. The actual emitter itself, like if I want to have it emit like so, you'll notice it creates like a flat effect. Now, one of the effects that you can make with emitters is water, using some of the other things we've covered. Okay. Now we went over these earlier, so we use Metaball, and we'll put that inside that, and we'll hit play. Now you'll notice it doesn't look very good. It's like all blobby and stuff. It's like triangles. Now let's change that. This is what it's really going to look like when it's done, and that's a bit choppy because that's actually starting to do quite a lot. Because in the editor, things don't need to look as good as they do once you're done. So let's just rewind that. And another thing we'll change with this is we'll change stop emission to 300. Now we'll add a gravity, and we'll change its shape to 1,000 by 1,000 cube. And then object will make it like 50. So now if we hit play, it's a bit pathetic. So we'll half this. See, isn't that good? Now, water needs something. We add something for the water to hit. We'll add a deflector. Move it on down. Rotate it like that. And we'll make it 1,000 by 1,000. So you'll notice now it's bouncing off ridiculously. We can change that by changing elasticity by 25%. So now it's just dribbling off it. And we want to make our gravity larger. So it covers everything. This should look good. I'm just going to hit that and dribble off the edge. That's perfect. And that's particles.